Calisthenics exposed.
I feel like that was it.
So why not a Ed Barstarzz?
Um, hmm. I didn't think he really. I mean, I get it. He had influence, but I didn't like how he made influence in the beginning. When it started out to be where we was making these campaigns and really doing NBXA. That was the first calisthenic competition in New York. Made by my brother
Matrix.
Shout out to Matrix always.
National Association. What is
National
it?
Bar.
Extreme. Yeah.
National Bar.
Barmetrics Extreme Association.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NBXA. Yeah. So when we was doing that, I mean, I was the one. We was frontlining. Like we was out on 42nd Street. This is before the internet, and you could just post it. We had to be outside, so we going on 42nd Street, 34th, and we advertising. We
when you say we, who we talking about?
We talking about me, Rebel,
D Block.
But at that time, we called them Show Off. No, not Show Off. I'm sorry,
Hollywood.
Yeah,
Hollywood. Yeah,
Hollywood.
Prophecy.
No, Prophecy wasn't
not there.
Oh man, he was doing his own thing. He probably been on 42nd Street.
What about Powerhouse?
Powerhouse wasn't there yet.
Okay.
This is before him.
Okay, so y'all out putting in this pain.
Putting in pain. Stamina. Another person.
Yeah,
Stamina. Putting in a lot of pain. I don't know if you know these guys. Google them if you don't know them. And we was out there just training. I mean, we doing front levers, back levers, handstands. We're training.
What year you think that was?
Man, I would be lying if I tell you that.
Yeah,
bro. I really don't even know.
And y'all out putting in all this work and then having these competitions and then
so having him come and then present it as Barstarzz tournament or competition, I was bothered by that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and what he would just post a video and say, "Yo,"
he was just faster. I mean, to be mad at him for it now, as I look in hindsight, is
would he verbally say it or would he?
Nah, just post it. But you got to remember, you don't verbally have to say anything. You could just title it Barstarzz, and they're gonna be like, "There had to be the competition." I don't know if he put it exactly as, but he'll be like Barstarzz competition or competing or something similar to that. Never really mentioned the NBXA in that, so everybody thought it was his competition.
Wow!
So it almost felt like you took away
not
what
a one-time
we
thing.
Yeah, every time, and then he was just faster than the cameraman we had because it did take him a long time. It just take him like almost like a year to post out that video that happened. So he was just quicker. To be mad, no. And the time I was, because there's another thing too. You went out there to put in all that work. I remember I injured myself one of those times just so I could, and I would compete the day of. It's not like I put on all that work and then I'm sitting down at an event. I'm working out. I'm front lining for my team. So anybody who knew me at that time, I'm ready to go. You know, and energy's always high. But to see
that's definitely in your book a reason why he can't be a legend.
But it's not even say a legend. I just didn't see him as that until I had to look up the actual definition of a legend. You get what I'm saying? And I can't be mad when somebody see him as a legend. I just didn't see him in that factor. He did his thing. He did his numbers. Can't deny him of that. But in my factor of what I see as a legend, it goes past it.
Yeah.
It's just so in mind.
Now, a DOC, Director of Calisthenics.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you put him as a legend?
To each his own. Once again, I don't think he's one, like, once again, everybody top 5 is different. I don't see him as my top 5 because, once again, it's certain standards of, like, you actually...
Working out?
Probably working out will be probably one of those things. I know a lot of times legends, they say that, you know, like I said, if you don't even really compete, you don't really put in those numbers. If you stand by and say like 50% of the time you're just standing around watching rather than actually doing, I see you as a person that was just a watcher. You know what I'm saying? So... no disrespect to what he was doing, but I see that at the end of the day, it's about, for me, as a legend, you put in actual work, you actually compete. But it's another thing, too, where I say as Hannibal, he didn't do any of that as well.
Yeah.
And I just remember influence. Because another thing, too, people have a lot of influence over actually being a part of the culture. And a lot of times, even these people who do calisthenics, they're not a part of the culture. They're just there. And that's the sense of where, you know, everybody could have their side to it. But if you're not in it, engaging in it, you're not a part of this. You're doing your own thing. So I don't know. It's certain spaces. I know it sounds weird to say, but he influenced a space. But I mean, I never was really watching him. I was in a space of watching the people who were there. You know, the ones that actually put in pain, that actually wanted to train. So I know it's difficult to understand in that space, but I seen him as a person that a lot of people looked up to it or they like to train like him. I seen him did a thing, but I was like, where is he at as far as the culture? I didn't really see him too often. I see him pop out every once in a while. I remember Matrix bringing him through a couple of times, you know, but not on a consistent basis. You know, they all still in their parks or they did their thing on the side, but I was active. That's all I remember.
You know, likewise.
I think to really be considered that, you know. And then another thing too, you gotta be outside. And if you ain't been around for like, you know, 2 events, I mean, some people could remember that as, oh man, that was iconic. But I mean, I just see it as you still want to be on your own. But then we want the same love with recognition when it becomes 10 years from now and you can't do those same moves how smooth you did it before. But when that you wasn't around, you know what I'm saying? You want to be celebrity calisthenics, like be here, be in the now. Even if you don't like the person, I still find myself to be an event. You may not even like me. I'm gonna pull up anyway. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to make sure it's not me trying to test the temperature. It's me being around the culture because this is what I love to do.
Yeah. So I remember I was talking to Snoop about your issue, or not even the issue, but you just felt like Doc didn't film dudes from the Bronx.
The Ripstick is a powerful little tool that fits right in your pocket. You can use it anywhere, home, gym, or even on the go. It's designed to target your smaller, stabilizing muscles that calisthenics and weightlifting usually miss. Great for shoulder rehab, injury prevention, and full upper body activation. It's super convenient, affordable, and also hits your abs hard. Whether you're a beginner or advanced, the Ripstick takes your training to the next level.